What's going on? 2 minute warning, Fury. Back at you again. We got Tim, we got Nick, we got Mike. The big three in the house talking football. We can't wait. We ready. We in there. Tim, take it away.
Let go.
What's going on? It's kind of I just want to say Eli Manning's the best quarterback in the NFL. So there goes your April Fool's joke right there. Just get that out of my system. Um, this is a great opportunity. This is an opportunity that we never had to have a Cowboys fan, a Giants fan in the same room. We were talking. So me and Dom gonna try to get along today for everybody. Mike, if anything, throw in the towel so we can settle this. But we're gonna start with the first quarter, y'all. With the first quarter, um, we some news happened where the Browns GM was suspended for the first 4 games of the NFL season coming up for texting down the sideline. Okay, the Atlanta Falcons lost a fifth round pick for creating phony loud noises, I guess, to give their team an advantage. How do you view the NFL for finding NFL executives, not just players, executives now?
Honestly, I need that to happen because if we're gonna hold players to higher standards, get mad at them for complaining about the CBA and how it's treating them, and agree with them or disagree with them for complaining, I should more say, then we have to be prepared to see execs get the same harsh treatment. It can't just be one-sided towards just the players and not towards, the execs. And to take that to the further point, what's more important is if the execs start complaining as much as the players do, that's what's going to bring us to where what we want. See, if the players are just complaining, yeah, everyone can say, "Oh, you get paid millions to play a game." But if the execs are like, "All right, y'all doing too much," and the players are like, "All right, y'all doing too much," that united front's the only thing that's going to get the NFL to be more realistic, so to speak. So, short term it looks petty, but long term it could force the NFL to look at themselves a little more clearer.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I mean, you got to practice what you preach. We can't go handing Marshawn Lynch $100,000 fines and everybody for wearing headphones, and they're out here allowing teams to cheat or anything of that kind of sort. It's important that you find them just as much as you find the players. You're finding them for celebrating in the end zone. Petty things like that. You can't be out there making fake noise in the crowd and not getting a huge fine. So I think it's important that they practice what they preach and they punish the executives just as much as they would punish any player.
Hey, listen, man. I think it's embarrassing, especially when you're trying to create fake crowd noise to give your team upper hand. I mean, I know Maurice. He's a big Atlanta Falcons fan. Maurice, I didn't want to mention your name, bro. But that's embarrassing, man. That is so embarrassing that your team had to create fake crowd noises to give your team upper hand. I think that right there is definitely. I think this is what a third round pick. Now, a fifth round pick really is nothing. I think a third round pick will really send more of a message around the league. You know what I'm saying? Because once you get these compulsory picks and stuff like that, what does that prove? Now, as far as the texting during the sideline, I would have liked to know what did he text. If you saying like bench Johnny Manziel or start this person, start. I think.
Have there been any details leaked about the text?
No, hopefully it'll come up. So so why not? Listen, if you can try to get a leak of the Des Bryant video, why you can't get a leak of the text?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So,
with the former, I agree with you. It depends on what was texted. But all right, y'all. This is something. So I live in Atlanta. Hold on, let me close the door.
oh snap!
I live in Atlanta. These fans are terrible people. They're garbage people. They had to do it. And that's what makes it so embarrassing because it's not even just an affront to the Falcons organization. It's literally a representation of how flaky all of these people are. It's like, look at the Hawks. The Hawks couldn't sell out a game all season last year. Now Kyle Korver hitting some threes, which, by the way, he's been doing his entire career. Oh, we are selling out. We've always been fast. No, you've not. The Falcons, 2 years ago, they make it to the NFC Championship. They sell out. The second, things go a little sour, they can't even fill up the stadium. Now they got to turn up the speakers. Come on, man. It's embarrassing on a front. If they could find the fans of Atlanta, that's what they would do. That's what they should do. That's what deserves to happen. But because they're not being paid by Arthur Blank, just find the executives. I'm cool with all of that. F Atlanta. And not my wife. She's from Atlanta, and I love her so much. She's a great person.
Hey, listen. Hey.
You can't argue that when it comes to
I ain't gonna win that one. That's why I closed the door. She heard that I'm gonna be sleeping on the couch.
Hey, listen. Mike. As long as your wife doesn't know Manti Teal's girlfriend, that door is safely closed. That door is safely closed. You good with that? Well, let me check my door. Yeah, but I like the attempt, or at least to show that it's balanced. That we're not just gonna find NFL players, we're gonna find executives as well. So it's a good thing that the NFL is making an attempt like that. Even though a fifth-round pick for the Falcons may be cheap, and the GM being suspended. I mean, what is he doing for the first 4 games? He could be at home and do a text or whatever you want to do, another text. But at least it's showing some type of balance because we have seen some of the players what they've been fined for the most petty stuff. But listen, it's a good step. It's a good step of good balance.
I gotta say something about the Browns though. I think that punishment is extremely heavy, and there had to have been. We need to find out what's on those texts because what a GM does that leads you to victories on the championships is often unseen. We don't, like right now during those first 4 weeks, there's practice squad people he's got to sign. There's people he's got to put on the team in case somebody gets injured to give him a good look. And if he can't do that, if he can't use his skill to do that for 4 games, that's 25% of the season. There's something really terrible that happened there. And I think it'll be interesting to find out what it is in the coming weeks.
But I want to ask you guys something. Don't you feel it's kind of messed up that we have 2 teams that didn't make the playoffs last year, and that fast you're being fined and being disciplined? But when it was the Patriots with this deflategate, is that what was called, you guys? Inflategate with the footballs, yeah, with the footballs, and I mean. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring it up. Listen, I'm just Mike. I'm sorry, Mike. I'm just saying.
No, I'm cool with that. You know why? You know why? Because bad organizations make bad decisions routinely, over and over and over. And you know what? These 4 games is still bad for the Browns, but guess what? They're the Browns. So like. It's not saying it's unfair. It's that, look, smart people do smart things. Oh, gosh, that's my camera. And dumb people do dumb things.
I feel like that the Deflategate ended up getting covered up, man. Because obviously there was something wrong with Patriots balls, and there was nothing wrong with the Colts balls. And then it just died, All of a sudden there wasn't evidence.
Covered up, they look, at any time, the NFL had to be transparent. It was then. There was one ball that was like 1 PSI out of tolerance. Like when you build things, tolerance is plus or minus 1. It was plus or minus 2. The rest of them were normal. It wasn't a big deal, but people wanted to be a big deal because Tom Brady's screwing Gisele Bundchen. Like let's be real.
I want to get into this, but before I do, Trisha just said, do players and exec actually pay out of their pockets, or do the teams cover it? And I want to hear Nick's thought and then answer that question.
I don't know, man. I mean, they're really the only ones who know. I remember when Bill Belichick, I think he got that fine. Did he pay that? Did Kraft pay that? Who paid it? You know, but I would love to know. That's a great question.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, if you want to play telephone, Kraft pays for everything, but it comes out of their paycheck. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure it's deducted from their paycheck.
Wait, Mike, that's an Atlanta fan calling. They heard what you said, Mike. I know that. You see?
I'm scared that I'm worried about speaking the truth.
Listen, you gotta go see if Manti Te'o's girlfriend is not hanging with your wife around that corner somewhere. She's snitching on you, man.
She looking like Reptile, man. She got the visibility on, bro.
That's all right. I heard somebody's watching you, man. But you know what? I'll tell you this. I will always think the owner of the team.
Finish the 2-minute warning.
I will always think with any fine to a team, I think what the owner would have to pay out his fine. You know, of course, the money would definitely come out the person's check, but I think the owner would definitely compensate the player back or the executive, somebody on the team back, just to cover it up and let it go another way. Especially if you're a good organization. You hit somebody hard and then he fine you. Listen, we won the game here. Here's some of that money. Don't worry about it. I cover it up all bases. But you know what?
How much ball boy got paid. That's what I want to know.
Oh, listen.
Hey, you know what, Tim? You're right most of the time, except for Dante Whitner. Them owners is like, listen, man, we paid enough. Stop it.
But you know what's a good question? If you were GM, what would you want to text? What would you really want to text your coach down on the sideline? What would you want to text? What information would you put out there? I mean, I would think to start somebody. That's all I could think of. You're watching a game. You want to see bench that play. I want this guy started. That's all I can see.
Yeah. Play them. Give more. Tell Tony to throw the ball more than 19 times in a playoff game. Something of that caliber.
Nick, you a dirty dude.
I don't think Tim brought on that.
Hey, Sean. If I was to say, Sean, if I was to text you saying that I think we're good with this quarter, we don't be fined, right? We won't get fined?
I can't promise you anything.
Bro.
Anyway, that's the end of this quarter. Yo, in this video, we're going to post a new post for the second quarter. We in there, and we out. Stay tuned soon.